Hey gang, welcome to the 100th edition of Doc Schlock by Request, where it's a review of the movie The Garbage Pail Kids Movie. The movie opens up with a garbage can floating in space. Why? Good question. And the movie is all about a kid named Dodger who is constantly bullied by an older jerkwad named Juice. And Dodger has a thing for Juice's girlfriend, Tangerine. Wow, where do they come up with these names? Well, one day when Dodger is put into a sewer by Juice, the Garbage Pail Kids get out of the garbage can, I mean, and rescue him, and they introduce themselves, and, well, they form a pretty good friendship. And one night, Dodger goes with Tangerine to a place where she sells her clothes that she makes. And then Dodger finds out that the Garbage Pail Kids can actually make clothes. So they do, but of course Dodger has to keep the kids hidden because the owner of the antique shop where he works at, named Captain Manzini, tells him that if they find out that the kids exist, they'll be taken to, believe it or not, a place called the State Home for the Ugly. So Tangerine sees the kids one day and puts them in the basement of the building where she's having the fashion show at. Juice finds them, sends them to the home. Dodger finds out, gets upset over the whole thing, and goes to rescue them with a bunch of bikers that the Garbage Pail Kids saw at a bar earlier and met and everything like that. They go back to the fashion show, cause all kinds of havoc, cause all kinds of trouble. And Dodger finally gets his revenge on Juice by just punching him constantly in the face. Tangerine tells Dodger that she'd really like to be his friend, but he says, no thanks. Well, not in those words, but yeah. So Dodger, Captain Manzini, and the Garbage Pail Kids all go back to the antique shop, and when Manzini thinks he's got the kids back in the garbage can, it turns out that, well, they didn't really go back in. They load up on some ATVs and take off to cause more havoc. The movie starred Mackenzie Astin, Anthony Newley, Phil Fondacaro as Greaser Greg, and Jim Cummings as the voice of Nate Nerd. So why did this movie suck? This is the 100th edition of this series. You guys picked this as the worst of the worst. For those of you who have seen it, you know why this movie sucked. This movie is not funny, it's not family friendly, I can't even describe it as gross out humor. It's probably more like putrid humor. The movie, it's another one of those considered one of the worst movies of all time. I think this pretty much killed Mackenzie Astin's career because he was on The Facts of Life at the time when this movie came around, and I don't think he ever recovered from this movie. I was a big collector of the Garbage Pail Kids stickers, and when this movie came around, I was actually looking very forward to watching it, but good lord, did it bomb horribly. To tell you the truth, I think I liked the Saturday morning cartoon that took me years to try to find, which I actually found it right here on YouTube a couple of years ago to watch because somebody uploaded the episodes that were never aired. As far as this movie goes, it is downright bad. And I can now understand, and I can really understand why this was picked as the biggest waste of time movie you guys wanted to pick out of all of them. I tried to watch this movie years ago after it came out on VHS, and I never got to finish it. And then when I got to watch it again some time ago, I realized maybe that was a good thing I didn't get the chance to finish it. But I want to thank the ones who picked this one: The Wicker Boy, HorrorNinja, and Resident Vania 77. This is the one that got the most picks. Yeah, another movie did get the most picks, but I think I might have miscounted. But I'll try and do a review of that one sometime soon on here. But yeah, that's the one that won overall, the Garbage Pail Kids movie. And I want to say before I wrap up this video, thank you to everybody who has sent in requests for this series to happen. And again, I just want to thank Rebirth of Mercy, aka Rom, Killer Nerd 75, Tyler 2071, Angered Beast Reviewer, Aaron Pynn, Reno Wheat, HorrorNinja, of course he was one of the ones who sent this one in, Skinslip, The Wicker Boy, You and Your Horror Movies, Resident Vania 77, John Steele, Parsnip Burger, and Dustin Keckler. They're the ones who sent in a lot of movies to be requested, and I think overall they wanted to save this one to be the worst of the worst. And I gotta tell you, in all honesty, trying to review movies with kung fu zombies and just and bad sequels to even worse movies, it's been a lot of fun doing this series. But you know something, gang? It ain't over yet, because in December there's gonna be some requested holiday movies to do, and this series is a long way from being over. But what's gonna be number 101? Well, probably the runner-up to this little series of movies that was picked by you guys, and I hope you guys will check that one out. So that's going to do it for this review of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Thank you so very, very much to everybody out there who's kept the series going and made these movies a challenge to sit through, but a lot of fun too. So I hope you guys go subscribe to all those awesome YouTubers I mentioned. And hey, if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, fantasy horror movie that could be possibly worse than the first 100 movies I've reviewed on here, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I hope you all have had a great Thanksgiving. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. Thanks again, everybody.